Hello everyone, I've already partly cleaned these cards in that last video for the update, so I'm just going to quickly do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So let us see what's happening in the collective energy for you all, for us all, for everybody. I am not holier than thou. This all applies to me too. Hope you're all well. Hermit, solitude, yeah, okay. I find it hard to use some of these big cards, but they're really good. So, right, let's have a look at the energy for what's this reading going to be about, please, Spirit? What does everybody need to hear? What's the focus of the collective energy, the whole collective, the unity? What's on people's minds at the moment, and what advice can you give us to the way we should look at the cards that will come out in this reading? Please and thank you. Right, it seems like it's a very selective message coming out because they hasn't quite found the card yet. I hope you could be patient. I'm starting to feel like perhaps I should use a Starseed Oracle card. I don't usually use those. Alright, that's quite a few cards, but we'll have a look at them. We've got Prosperity Lies Ahead, New Moon in Taurus. Conclusions are within reach, Full Moon Eclipse. Balance, Spirituality and Practicality, Full Moon in Pisces. You and your loved ones are safe. Oh, that's a beautiful message. Step out of your comfort zone. So I'll just put these up for you. Right. I feel like I don't know how long this read is going to be, but it's going to be a different kind of format in this reading. Okay, first of all, I'm going to use the stars and moon to have a look at what's occurring here. And I'm going to start with the card, which is right in the middle, balancing your balance spirituality with practicality. I think it makes sense with the stars and moon tarot. I'm going to be reading from the book when it comes to any major arcana cards that come out, okay? Just in case there's any messages in there, bosh. Insecurity, all right. This is in the face up as well. So this is something that isn't within the shadow. This is something that you are either observing within yourself, your environment, or your environment is observing within you. And it's not knowing how a situation that's led you to where you are now is transforming, because you're at that halfway point. It's like, yeah, this is North Node, right? You're on your North Node path. Step out of your comfort zone, and that obviously makes you insecure. That it wouldn't make you insecure, but it definitely enables you to feel more insecure because you're stepping into new waters. I think it was it a Scorpio reading that I did the other day that kind of explained it a little bit. It's jumping into my head, but new prosperities lie ahead. So on the far left, in the emotional side, we've got a grounding of Taurus, right? The new moon in Taurus. And on the right-hand side, we've got the North Node, which is stepping out of your comfort zone. And the feeling of insecurity is natural. It's one of the things that help us to discern how we're going through, because when we use those lessons that we've, the boundaries we've created, the comfort zone that we've created, right? Comfort zone, not boundaries, comfort zone. This is what we're talking about. Boundaries are a different thing, right? Or at least when it's spoken about, it's in a different, it's meant in a different way. But in this case, okay, this transformation within your environment, right, within the pentacles, within your money, within your reality, within your environment, whatever that means to you, okay, it's like knowing that you're going in the right direction, right, because the prosperity lies ahead. It's here. It's Taurus energy. We've just come out of Taurus now, right? And now we've got to step out of that comfort zone because we're doing the opposite of what we've always done in that respect. But this insecurity means that it helps us, because it stops us from, it doesn't stop us, but it enables us to discern more from the lessons that we've had within our comfort zone, that have kept us within our comfort zone. Therefore, we're able to go forward and do the opposite of what we normally do. Okay, and conclusions are within reach. We've got the full moon eclipse here, and you and your loved ones are safe. So Cancer energy, this looks like June, the number 6, unconditional love, or love for the other. That's coming out here. But Cancer, like whenever I think about Cancer, the only difference that I really see with Cancer and Scorpio is that the shell that Cancer makes, right? Because one of the things that they love the most, right, is family. And each sign has their own element of this, but they create their shell from the things that they fear the most, and they are very, 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 very protective towards family. Whereas Scorpio is protective towards family, but in an attacking sense, right? And they're like assassins when it comes to looking after their family. The Cancer is more on the defensive side. It would rather hold their family underneath their shell and allow them to take that on. So if you are stepping forward in your reality and moving forward, and maybe one of the things that are holding you back is, how is my family going to be affected by me stepping out of my comfort zone, right? Just know that you and your loved ones are safe, because prosperity lies ahead. Maintaining that balance between spirituality and practicality, to me, which is the spirituality, you could say, is the moon, and the practicality is the sun. It's the mother and the father. It's the emotion and the physical, right? And it's aligning yourself, keeping your discernment to be able to push you out of your comfort zone. And if you are in alignment, both spiritually and practically, then why wouldn't your loved ones be safe? Because your ability to discern is going to enable you to move forward, to make the correct decisions. And I really like it. Now, instead of making a 20-minute video just on the 5 of Pentacles here, let's have a little look more what we've got. What I like about this one is, well, I see here, it's like asteroids around the full moon. But this moon that we see in the 5 of Pentacles, I'll just show you quickly, is in a golden background. Now, in the Rider-Waite deck and a few of the other decks, the 5 of Pentacles is normally being left out in the cold. But this is certainly not the case. This is a time of transformation here, and it's just highlighting the natural aspect of that kind of fear. There we go, kind of fear. And we've got Page of Cups, it's loyalty here. And I feel like this one needs to be placed underneath it. So here, again, we've got moon energy. We've got earth energy. Moon, earth. This is yes, coming down, balancing the moon, spiritual, down here on earth, You practically waiting, holding this cup. I see an hourglass here. I see shooting stars. It's one of the things that's going to help you to step out of your comfort zone and, you know, keep all of these cards up where on the top. It's almost like a self-confirmation. It's funny, I'm getting a T shape here as well. T, time. This cup here that is both cracking, but also it's like imbuing with power. I see like thunder here. I see spirit. But this particular cup looks like an hourglass. So it's only a matter of time, okay? Being loyal to what you have discerned, being loyal to that, to your spirit, and practical, and being loyal to the process of stepping out of your comfort zone, maintaining that that love for your family and love for yourself, right, is what's going to pull you through this insecurity. It's also being loyal to spirit, being loyal to the process. It's going to take a little bit of time, but the more that you may try to control the outcome, control how far you're getting out of the comfort zone, the longer potentially it could take, or at least the longer it will feel. Okay, time is a wonderful thing, and it works in mysterious ways. But letting go and finding a way to let go, which is easier said than done, and for each individual, it will have a different relative aspect as to how that is to be attained, right? But finding that way, which is what takes you out of your comfort zone. And looking within yourself, lots of moon energy here, lots of full moon energy. It's revealing that inside of yourself. It's revealing your emotion and your intuition. And then, like, you're in a situation, and what would you normally do? For example, I feel hungry, so normally I'll go and make a sandwich. Okay? This is a very poor example, but it's one that doesn't hold that much emotion potentially to anybody, so therefore can be easy to understand. So I'm hungry, I'll go and make a sandwich. In this case, I won't go and make a sandwich, all right? Or I'll go and make a bowl of cereal, for example. Yeah? Doing the opposite of what you would normally do brings you a complete different set of outcomes. Like that. Okay. I want to do the bottom part here. What can we say for the emotional side? Yes. Okay, well, you want to go to the right. So, we've got the Chariot in reverse. At least that's how I picked it up. So it's a lack of progress. It may not be a lack of progress. It may be that that could be the thing that is, again, pushing that insecurity, because you're trying to step out of your comfort zone. You want to see the progress, and it might be that while you're doing this, while you're stepping out of your comfort zone, it can be safer for you to maybe not rush it, but to do it systematically, step by step. It's not holding back and saying no, I'll wait till tomorrow, I'll wait till next week, for example. It's doing it now, but not doing too much now. Yeah? Here we go. We've got the Fool. That's what I like. Okay. We've got the Fool. We've got fulfillment. We've got support. We've got the Devil. And we've got the Empress. Now, yeah, I'm putting that one there. And the Empress I'm going to put here. But we've got 3 there. Yeah, okay. So, like I said, I'm going to be reading from the book when it comes to this, to these major arcana. We've got a few coming out now. Right. So, the Fool came out first. So, when we've got the chariots in reverse on the left-hand side, I say this is emotion. We've got the change, the Fool, on the right-hand side, the physical, so the outcoming, right? And this change is bringing the 9 of Cups, which is that fulfillment within self. Okay, in order to and which moves on to the King of Cups support. Now this stepping out of your comfort zone, and I can see that whatever is happening here is a very singular energy, because it says you and your loved ones are safe. Starting with you, not just your loved ones are safe or you are safe. Starts with you, because everything starts in us before it can be reflected on the outside world. You all know this. I know you know this, okay? So it's like, if you want to heal the world, first you have to heal yourself, and then the world will reflect what you're healing within. Now, making this change brings you into that personal fulfillment, this Nine of Cups energy. And when you are personally fulfilled, it brings in this King of Cups energy, which is to be able to support others in gaining their fulfillment. If you are fulfilled, then the energy, frequency that's going to match with you is going to come to you to be able to keep this fulfillment going and to be able to support others. It could be, because it's far right, it could be that there is a masculine energy, be it a physical masculine, divine masculine, or the masculine side of yourself is supporting you with this change because of your balance of loyalty, right? Which is bringing in that middle part, stepping out of your comfort zone, leading to fulfillment. Now, on the emotional side, on the very, very left, we've got loyalty. We've got, again, we said the Chariot in reverse here, which is progress. Now, what's holding this back here is this obsession. We've got the Devil here, and we've got the two sides of the dragon. We've got Capricorn energy here, but it may not have to be. The thing is, it's the as above, so below. The thing about the Devil is that, like it says in the Bible, you know, so don't quote me because I need to double check this, but it's like, it will come as a thief in the night. When you're asleep, feeling safe, that's when the thief comes in. And that's exactly how your devil works. It's like, it's in your subconscious. It's when you repress certain parts of yourself, right? To not bring it into your own light and incorporate your devil into your life so that it may be positive and in light, right? That's when the devil truly becomes the devil and acts out, and you get these I'm getting Dionysus aspects come up, right? But this obsession here can be like a dependency, and it's the dependency that stops us from coming out of our comfort zone. It's this dependency that makes our comfort zone, because we're comfortable within a zone. We are dependent on everything within that zone, and it is dependent on us. So the devil in the upright here could be the thing that kind of is slowing this progress, or it could be mindful that while stepping out into this new boundary, right, that boundary coming out again, stepping out into this new zone, expanding your horizon within this comfort zone, it might be that you need to move slowly so that your subconscious, that repressed part of yourself, the part that you repress within yourself, potentially because others have repressed that within you first. Either way, it ends with you, right? So being careful that you're stepping out of your comfort zone within the right zone to go into. It's making sure when you come out of that comfort zone, you're landing in the frequency that your heart truly wants. King of Cups, it's that like what you actually want to experience emotionally, right, within your reality, within your world. Okay, 1919. I don't know if that comes up for anybody, but that's what I got there. I looked up and saw that. Now, this isn't something to be fearful of. This is just something to be mindful of, right? And I think you're already doing this because you're being loyal to yourself and loyal to the process. You're balancing spirituality and practicality, right? And you've identified insecurity, but you're loyal to the change, right? Which is allowing you to emotionally slow down and to observe the journey, and because it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And this is beautiful, and this is brought up the devil within yourself. This is not saying beware of the devil. This is saying I'm looking to make sure that what I'm stepping into is right for me, and because it's right for me, it's right for my loved ones, because it must be right for my loved ones if it's right for me. And the Empress on the full left hand side, the full emotion is supporting this, and this is that emotional nourishment, right? While we in the physical, we've got just the King of Cups. In the emotional side, we've got the Queen of Queens. This is so beautiful, and this is Libra energy. And what more would you want to be between, like the devil, between obsession and progress? Yeah. What more would you want to make a sandwich, should I say, between loyalty and the Empress? For the devil and the Chariot in reverse, this is wonderful. This is nurturing your every aspect of your emotional side. Yeah. This is like being your own mother. Being your own mother, in a way, which is very difficult to do. Right? It's not looking at what your kids want necessarily, if you have children, and then discerning what your kids want from you, therefore you should want from yourself. It's actually understanding what do you need from yourself. And this isn't necessarily just being in order to be the Empress, right, you have to be each of the queens, right, in the upright and also in the reverse, because it's the polarization, it's the polarity, right? For one to exist, the other must exist. And if you can't just stay in the positive when it comes to this is why you've gained this Empress energy within yourself, because if you only see the positive in something, right, then when times get hard, how are you able to understand and feel and navigate through the negative side of it, right? By reaching that positive upright queen, yeah, and then going down into the depths and being the most negative. Once you've been the most positive queen and you've gone full swing to the polarity of the negative, there you are balanced within that energy, starting with wands, going into cups, emotion, and then into the swords before reality, into the pentacles, right? And then the Empress is the one that balances all of those out. And if one of the queens within yourself is compromised and is in its negative, then the Empress will use one or all of the other queens to create that community within yourself, to rebalance yourself out. It's spreading the love within yourself and using different elements of yourself, be it your environment, be it discernment, be it passion, be it emotion, to bring yourself back around so that all queens stand upright within your direction that you're going. Yeah, the Empress is a guardian here. I'm really, really loving this read so far. So let's have a look. I'm going to start with, seeing as we did the Chariot, let's have a look at the Chariot in reverse. And the Chariot is 5, 6, 7. Interestingly, it doesn't have a reverse here. But the star message is you can overcome any obstacles and succeed. So this star message is really coming in line with this insecurity and moving towards the positive over here on the right hand side. See, is it starting on the intuitive side, on the emotional side, on the inside, and it's kind of going off in this direction to go through the middle. It's that the obstacle of insecurity potentially, or that which the obstacle is pertaining to, leading over into this area here. Okay. I look at my future, so moon magic affirmations. I look at my future and I believe in what I desire. Very important. Although believe is another one of those words that I think is a bit misunderstood. I know this because I've misunderstood it myself, and I've misunderstood it because of the way I've observed other people using it in the world, not just in my immediate environment, but everywhere. Right, keywords: motivation, self-discipline, accomplishment, travel, energy, and movement. So, okay, this is going to mean something. Your own intuition should play while this reading is happening. I mean, to me, this might be, don't put too much energy into moving forward. This travel, it might not be a physical thing because, like I say, it's on the left. But then again, as above, so below, as within, so without. It may be that, it might be not go away somewhere. It might be to not travel somewhere at the moment, but to rather, like that first card that jumped out, it just popped into me, is that hermit, that solitude. It might be just to take it easy, right? It could also be that a lack of self-discipline is what's going to enable this devil to come, right? Now, I can see how this could turn into a love reading really quite easily. I'm not sure if I should. Because I'm getting the download right now. All I'm going to say is that if there is a masculine or feminine, in fact there'll be both here. This could be family, but this could be a new relationship coming in. This could be an old relationship you're coming away from. You are going to be supported in this, and it's making sure to keep all of your emotions in check, right? Which is going to, and being loyal to that Empress energy within you, to be loyal to exactly what all of the queens need, right? So it's asking the Empress to keep a check, to nurture, to nourish, and to lead by example all of the other queens while taking this jump into gaining your fulfillment, which will give you this King of Cups, right? This leader in emotion. And if you are a divine feminine watching this, then this is, the men are the physical side of things, the logical side in a way. That's how they think first. Whereas the polar opposite, the feminine is first emotional before logical, right? They're not one more than the other. It's just the in the process of the psychology, in the process of how it works, anatomy as well. It's that the masculine side starts with the logic, with the physical, and the feminine starts with the emotion, right? Which is exactly the way it was intended, and is beautiful in the way it's instantiated into this world. So for a feminine to reflect what the Empress is leading is usually the way where the masculine should reflect that feminine. This is nice for someone. This could be stepping out of your comfort zone, right? This could be the situation. I mean, I was getting, because of the Pentacles, I was getting like a financial read here, mainly, at least an environment read, but I'm getting also here this, I'm getting here really heavy, quite heavy right now, kind of love read. And I'll be honest with you, I'm fed up of love reads, but it's the way it is. I'm hoping that because this is below, this is within yourself, right? Because that kind of love read I'm here for. having that love within yourself, loving yourself first, and understanding this process in doing it, being fulfilled with loving yourself. Making that emotional decision on the outside, which is best for you, which is supported by the Empress. It nourishes the Empress because it supports exactly what the Empress is trying to do by leading by example with all of our emotions. This is loving yourself. This is being loyal to yourself. This is coming out of those devil cycles, which will bring you that fulfillment, right? This is taking that, making sure that you are not being hasty while making this change to step out of your comfort zone. In fact, this is definitely more what I'm feeling now, that this is a journey from within. This is the below, because this is the above. As above, so below. As within, so without. The balance in the middle. Pentacles, the world, the universe, your reality along this line. Now, I don't think I need to put any more of those on there because this is getting on for a start, and I would like to get some information on the world, the reality, your reality, how you're seeing things. Now then, in your reality, please can I have some cards to land either on the emotional side or the physical side, wherever they want to be, and I'll put them in order as is. Aziz, Light. If you know that film, what the reference is from, then you hold a very special place in my heart. Thank you, Aziz. Very nice. Very good. If you don't and you need a hint, it starts with fifth and ends with element. Hey, fifth element. I said that and this is where the card jumped out. Now, on the emotional side, leading up into this, so coming into your emotion from this insecurity, we've got the Page of Fire. This is outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievousness, right? News of an exciting new endeavour. Use your originality and ingenuity. So the above on this is conclusions are within reach, and below this is not moving too fast. Yet in your this is very interesting. Wow. In your world, in your environment here, I'm going to turn this around here for a second, right? Right, in your environment, we've got Page of Fire. That's that outgoing, confident energy. Mischievous, I guess you could say, because it's doing the opposite of what you'd normally do. Potentially, that's what you're doing. Maybe the way you're cutting about and having a look and understanding how to expand on your comfort zone might seem mischievous to you. But this is still quite a fast energy, right? It's quite a youthful energy in a way. And because it's in the world, in this reality, in this environment, even though it's emotionally holding, like, not making massive leaps and bounds like unnecessarily, right? That doesn't mean that in this plane, in this emotion, in this world plane, your reality plane, that it isn't fast moving. It's just making sure you're not running away with your emotions. But here, this is being outgoing and being creative and being confident. I think that the Chariot in reverse here is actually allowing you that confidence, because you're not like being swept away emotionally. You're able to give yourself that kind of discipline that's giving you that confidence, you know, and that's what's bringing out that creative, outgoing thing. But I think that because in this zone here, we're going to call it, whatever. I've said 100 times, just repeat myself. But news of an exciting new endeavour. Use your originality and ingenuity. This is a nice sign, right? But this, because it's on the left-hand side, I'm feeling that this might be something that you get in a dream. This is potentially something that you're going to have a download about. It might just be an idea that sparks that little bit of passion within you, right? I've got a dragon here. I've got the moon too. And I've got like a phoenix rising within an egg. It's beautiful energy. You may be feeling this, you may have this. You may want to watch this video in 5 months' time, and you know what? I'd love to hear if something does come up, right? If you're resonating with this particular energy at the moment, please do not put it in the comments. I'd rather you didn't tell anybody. I'd rather you just acted on it and turn this fire into pentacles, into reality. Get it here first. 5 months, let me know, and I can share in your blessings by saying, nice one, well done, you've done it. You know what I mean? That's the only way I want to share in your blessing. Yeah. Okay. Again, on top of this chariot, what have we got? We've got the Six of Earth. Right, so sixes are coming up a lot recently, and this is like the number of love. It's the number. So 5 is that number of transformation. Okay, it's the middle point. But the thing is, what many don't understand, which is one of the things that I'm going to be doing on my course, is understanding what allows you to get from 5 to 6. But 6 is love. It is the number of love, right? And we know this because when you turn it upside down, you get Archangel Michael's number, which is 9. And Archangel Michael, even though he holds the sword of truth and has to cast Satan out of, the devil out of heaven, he doesn't do it with any hurt, any resentment, anything. And it's like, I'm sorry, but this is what has to happen. But I don't hold anything against you, but this is what has to happen. It's a very, very unconditional love. And that's what enables you to get through this transformation of 5. Right, so I'll stop bleating on and get on with the read. So 6 of Earth, this is gifts, money, time or effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan or paying off debts. Now this, coming from the page of fire, it makes sense. We're going to pull another one so that I can see if I can read it left to right as well as right to left, right? Because that's the way we're going to truly balance everything. I tell you what, this is probably one of this read. I love it when I don't follow a system for it. Queen of Air, independent, experienced, realistic and witty, right? Just as I was saying, it's like I really love how this reading has kind of just developed itself without any sort of guidance from the books and things. Not that I'm turning it down, but I feel like Spirit really gets to speak I feel connected with Spirit when it happens in this way. You know what I mean? Because it's like, hey, you've got this tool, but yet I want to talk to you and the people that you're going to be seeing. So we've got the Queen of Air, which is, so the Empress is Libra, and just above this, we've got the Queen of Air. Now, Libra and the Queen of Air. So this is like the Queen of Air, when it comes to the Empress, would be like a princess, still developing, right? But it's about being independent, right? Emotionally independent at the moment, right? Or leading up to it. This is what's going to bring this about. I fucking love that. I fucking love that. Because being independent means that you are independent, right? You're dependent within your inside, not with anything on the outside. Being interdependent, it's not a word that I believe exists really, but it exists for me. Being independent allows you to, in the future, become interdependent. It means being able to have relationships with other independent people, which means that you're always going to be in that self-fulfillment, right? And so will they. There's no control there. You can grow in whatever way it is. And even if you don't grow together, being interdependent means that there's no pain when it comes to allowing somebody to follow their purpose and for you to follow your purpose. Right. Anyway, bleating again. It's objective decision making, clearing away that which no longer serves you, seeing the humour in the situation. This is far left and deep in emotion, deep in the emotion. And I think that I will pull another card on the top here. Or should I just leave that and allow that space for you to actually be able to decide what that is yourself? Yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. One of the worries that I get with the tarot readings is that this energy you may be feeling, right, and this may be massive confirmation to you. When I hear some of these readings sometimes, and I can see myself going, okay, this is exactly the energy I'm feeling. This is exactly what's happening in my life, and then I go, okay, that means I no longer need to do anything within my environment, within my reality, because it's already here. But energy does change, just like the weather. Yeah. So I'm going to leave that space for you. Okay. 5 months time, come back and tell me how that's happened for you. All right. Now let's move over to the physical side. And do I want to? Yeah, I'm going to use these. You wanted to turn over. I've got 10 of fire here. Look at that. We've got the page and then the 10. So, too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress related health concerns. So, in your physical world right now, you might be pushing yourself really, really hard, which is stepping out of your comfort zone. Maybe you're worried about your health and how that's actually affecting you moving out of your comfort zone, which could bring in that insecurity. You and your loved ones are safe. So even if you're working really, really hard at the moment to bring about this change, okay, yes, it's right, here we go, the balance of the independence and the interdependence here. So if you are going to seek help from others, which is absolutely fine to do, because we are born alone and we die alone, but we live amongst each other. It's ensuring that when you seek help or receive help from another, that you're not putting an emotional attachment onto it, right? That you're not feeling obliged to have to continually reciprocate a type of energy because you're in need of help. The universe will look after them and will look after you too. It's just make sure you're not going further than what you can accept within yourself. Appreciating help from other people is one thing, right? And is beautiful to do. And I encourage it, as does everybody, right? I'm not the first to say that. But the thing is that when you're doing it, when you are doing this, it's not then feeling like you are having to be dependent on that person has to be dependent on you, or that you are dependent on them. Like that, there has to be this to and fro. Yeah, I'm a Libra. I know what the to and fro is all about. Believe it or not. Accept help from others, or don't work too hard on what you're doing. Each individual person, something's going to be coming out here. Now, this stress-related health concerns, that's why emotionally here we've got this slow down. Because it's the emotion there that pushes us forward. A word ego comes to mind. I will do something on that another time. But it's like balancing your emotion, right? Letting go of this obsession, whatever it is, right? By nurturing yourself emotionally here is going to allow you to be able to just slow down a little bit. Maybe you're doing too much because you feel like your family and yourself are going to be at odds with something. It's just like, trust the process. Yeah, you've got good news coming here. You've got a good idea. And I feel that because this is on the other side, the inside and the out, within, above and below, all things are one. Like, if it's asking your family, for example, to pick up bits to help you with something, It might not even be friends. It might not be other people. It may be professionals that you ask to do something, right? Not giving them anything that's going to affect you emotionally, but you don't have to put everything on your shoulders. I'm getting the Ten of Wands on my head, in my head here, and I think that came up from a reading I did the other day. Right, this might be a continuation. Right, well, when you let go of those burdens or reduce the burdens, yeah, this is when you're going to it's going to reduce your stress levels, right, which is going to allow this balance of spirituality and practicality to bring in this passionate news within yourself, potentially through spirit, right, which is, which is really what you need to do for yourself. This is what you want, right? This is you being loyal to yourself. This is like that exploring that youthful energy within your heart, to be honest and be loyal to yourself here. Okay, what have we got here? We've got the Ten of Earth under here, 1010. Right? Very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Thank you for that confirmation. That's truth. I'm going to take that and I'm putting it on top of it, right? Because I've explained how, you know how now, applying it, and that's the power that I want to do, right? Fucking justice, 8, come on. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay? A very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life is what comes from applying what I have just said in your reality, in your language, in your way. Okay? It releases that stress because you and your loved ones are safe, and this is a change for you. I like it. I really do. Spirit, you're just incredible, right? I'm bewildered on a daily basis. Honestly, I'm so grateful for the path that I've been on to be able to, that's led me here to be able to learn about how I can, how you work in beautiful ways. Okay, we've got 8. So we've got 8 here. 8 of water. A desire to move on. Search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. This is the fulfillment here and stepping out of the comfort zone, right? So a desire to move on. Searching for something more meaningful in your environment, above stepping out of your comfort zone, below fulfillment. Spiritual and emotional growth. This is bringing that spiritual and emotional growth, or looking for it in the physical, yeah, as is reflected in the emotional from the other side. Bosh, like that balance of spirituality and practicality. This is putting the polar opposite on top of the polar opposite. This is putting that emotion within the physicality. This is balancing spirit and practicality. I love it. And we've got the Page of Water. So we've got 2 pages here. We've got fire on the... What's incredible here, I find, like... I'm going to bring it back around here. Why I find it really funny is because we've got the Page of Fire in the emotion. Yeah, and then we've got the Page of Water in the practical. Now, usually I find that the fire is the transformational kind of energy that you usually have within a physical aspect. It's the fire aspect. It's like, the more masculine aspect, as you say. But it's the polar, because it's balancing out because it's inside of the emotion. Now, it's not overtaking the emotion because it's not in the far left. But on the other side, we've got exactly the same thing. We've got the emotion within the physical, within the practical, within the outside, within the sun. And this is intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly, right? A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. On top of this King of Cups. Now, I said that this, the relationship, this could be you, right? Heightened psychic abilities, a relationship begins a new phase. This is you getting into that new phase of a relationship within yourself, right? You could be this new person that's stepping into your life because you're making these changes by coming out of your comfort zone. That's actually bringing these changes about for you. But if you really, really want, this can be a new person within your life that enters your life. But just be mindful that you're not just hoping for another cycle of a codependent relationship that is within another phase. I'm getting a song. I see you found a pretty face. Is it porcelain just like mine? Oh, well, I'll put it up anyway later. I knew it could be easy. But it's never easy. Strings attached. Strings attached. Search that song. Strings attached. Right. And I am leaving the physical above as I have done for the emotional above for you. 5 months' time, let me hear what's occurring. I don't care who you, well, I do care who you are, but it doesn't matter who you are. Let me know. I would really like to know. And hey, let's see what happens. Maybe, as all things are one, as I said here, I'm going to take this energy and this advice for myself too. And because I've given the Rider White a little bit of a mix up here. Let us do something. We've got humour to come out here. Spirit, why don't you let us know something funny that's going to happen on off? And I have no idea how this is going to transpire. Right, this could be good. I want 3 cards. We're going 3, please. Oh. 3 of Cups, Lovers in Reverse, Emperor. I don't know how this is funny. Why did I ask that? I don't think I've got the 554. 54. These are polar opposites of each other in the number. Yeah, I think I've overreached here. Someone else. We've got the 3 of Cups, we've got the Lovers in Reverse, and we've got the Emperor. If you can think of a joke, right, then put it here. Oh. No, I'm not witty enough for that. Yeah. But a message come to me for this. With the Rider White, it's like this is like being happy with yourself, celebrating with spirit, celebrating with friends. Well, it's like the unification of spirit and friends. You're in this way emotionally is actually kind of allowing you to get through a recent breakup potentially, or this is I'm not going to read this one. I am getting some downloads, but I think this is personal. So, but for you, like I say, I've got the 3 of Cups, I've got the Lovers in Reverse, and I've got the Emperor. Make of that what you will. I'm sure you guys have some sort of experience in this. Please put your variations in the comments if you wish. And we'll be getting on with some other readings at some point. Love you lots. Thank you for staying here. If you have gotten to this part of the video, right, if you have seen the whole thing, I would like for you to. I'm going to go 10, 10, 8, 8. Okay, if you put 10, 10 and 8, 8, in the comments, I am going to reach out to you with a gift. But how am I going to do this? I need to update my email. I'll update my email. So if you just send an email to me with 1010 88 in the subject line, you don't have to write a message. Write a message if you like. I'm going to have a little gift for you. Okay. Peace.